In this tutorial, we shall try to find answer for the following question. This question appeared in the NET examination 2020. Question: choose the correct option. A leftward shift in the labor demand curve is caused by 1. Decrease in wage rate, 2. Increase in wage rate, 3. Decrease in marginal productivity of labor, 4. Increase in marginal productivity of labor. The correct answer is option 3. Just answer is not enough for you. Always give top priority for understanding, because in the next examination you may get a question on some other aspects of the demand curve of labor. Towards the end of this lesson, I have given a few likely model questions. Try them. That will further promote your understanding. This lesson consists of 5 parts. The first part identifies the genesis of marginal revenue product curve. Second part identifies the demand curve of labor. The third part deals with the movement along the demand curve of labor. The fourth part deals with the shifting of demand curve of labor. The fifth part deals with the answer. Part 1. Genesis of marginal revenue product curve. Look at this graph. This is a very familiar one. It is used to explain the law of variable proportions. The marginal product curve alone is taken in the theory of wage determination. When the marginal product curve is made to represent its money value, the curve becomes marginal revenue product curve. Accordingly, we change the label of the y-axis to marginal revenue product, but we do not change the label of the x-axis. Number of laborers is represented along the x-axis. Marginal revenue product curve brings out the relation between marginal revenue product and number of laborers. It falls after reaching the maximum. A producer operates along the falling part of the marginal revenue product curve. The shape of the curve shows that when marginal revenue product falls, when more and more laborers are employed. The following numerical example will help you to understand this. When an employer employs 10 laborers, the marginal revenue product is 30 units. With 20 laborers, the marginal revenue product falls to 25 units. Again, with 30 laborers, the marginal revenue product falls to 15 units. The reverse is also equally true. If the producer reduces the number of laborers, marginal revenue product rises. Thus, marginal revenue product curve clearly tells us how marginal revenue product varies with the number of laborers. We shall now pass on to identify the demand curve of labor. The marginal revenue product curve is the demand curve of labor. But how? We shall see that now. The number of laborers to be employed depends not only on marginal revenue product but also on wage. As perfect competition is prevailing in the labor market, wage is determined in the market. An individual producer has to accept the wage. He adjusts the number of laborers accordingly. He compares wage with marginal revenue product. As we are going to study the reaction of the employer to various wage, let me keep the actual marginal revenue product at their original point along the marginal revenue product curve. Now, wage also is measured along the y-axis. The employer will equate wage with marginal revenue product to decide the number of laborers to be employed. To begin with, the wage is 30 rupees. He equates wage with marginal revenue product and employs 10 laborers. If the wage falls to 25 rupees, he equates it with marginal revenue product and employs 20 laborers. If the wage further falls to 15 rupees, he equates it with marginal revenue product and employs 30 laborers. In this way, marginal revenue product curve brings out the relation between wage and number of laborers. Since it brings out the relation between wage and number of laborers, it is the demand curve of labor. We shall see the movement along the demand curve of labor. There is inverse relation between wage and demand for laborers. A producer moves up with an increase in wage and moves down with a fall in wage. For example, when the wage falls from 30 rupees to 15 rupees, producer moves down along the marginal revenue product curve and employs 30 laborers. He moves down to equate marginal revenue with wage so that he can earn maximum profit. Similarly, when the wage increases from 15 rupees to 30 rupees, he moves up along the marginal revenue product curve and employs 10 laborers. He does so to equate wage with marginal revenue product so that he can avoid loss. Thus, whenever there is a change in wage, the employer moves along the marginal revenue product curve. We shall see what is shifting of demand curve of labor. The value of marginal revenue product depends on the value of marginal product and the price of the product in the production of which the laborers are employed. When the value of marginal product increases, in other words, marginal productivity increases, or the price of the product increases, the marginal revenue product curve is bodily shifted to right. It means the employer can employ more laborers than before. For example, if the prevailing wage is 25 rupees, he will employ 30 workers. Note, you are going to use this information when you study the role of trade union in wage determination. Similarly, when the value of marginal product decreases, in other words, marginal productivity decreases, or price of the product decreases, the marginal revenue product curve is bodily shifted to left. It means the employer can employ less laborers than before. For example, if the prevailing wage is 25 rupees, he will employ only 10 workers. Based on the knowledge we have gained so far, let us try to find the answer for the given question. The answer is option 3. Leftward shift in the demand curve of labor is caused by a decrease in the marginal productivity of labor. Before we end this lesson, try to answer these questions by pressing the pause button. Question 1. Choose the correct option. A rightward shift in the labor demand curve is caused by 1. Decrease in wage rate. 2. Increase in wage rate. 3. Decrease in marginal productivity of labor. 4. Increase in marginal productivity of labor. Option 4 is correct answer. Question 2. Choose the correct option. A firm determines the number of laborers to be employed. 1. By considering only the wage. 2. By considering only marginal revenue product. 3. By considering both marginal revenue product and wage. 4. By considering the productivity of laborers. The answer is option 3. Our discussion ends here. We shall meet in the next video.